Hey there, and welcome back to our YouTube automation series where I show you behind the scenes of our channel, Faxverse, a fully automated YouTube channel that makes roughly 6 figures in monthly revenue. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact tools and automation systems we use to make our channel run completely automatically. If you've seen any of our previous videos, you know that most of our production workflow takes place here in Trello, but this wouldn't be possible without automating it with softwares like Zapier, which is integral to our production process. Now, when I set up the automation for this channel, it took me a couple weeks of just problem solving and kind of piecing everything together so that everything worked well and created a fully automated workflow. So this might not come easy, especially if you're new to automation or working on YouTube in general. However, zooming out a little bit, there's really only 3 things you need to make this automation system successful. And the first of those things is having freelancers you can work with inside of these different platforms. Now, the problem with a lot of freelance platforms is they require you to stick inside that platform and only message and share files and such within that platform, which kind of limits how you can work with your freelancers. So one of the first things I recommend is hiring freelancers who can move to other platforms and work with you through other areas of communication, or in our case, something like Trello, where our freelancers have the ability to come in here, join the board, and work here with us. This just makes it easier for communication and ensuring that every one of your freelancers can work together regardless of where you've hired them from. So here we have editors working with voiceover talent, working with script writers, and it's really important that they can all just be in the same place because it takes some of the friction out of the process and means I don't have to get involved every time there's an issue. So I talked a little bit about hiring freelancers in this previous video about where to hire freelancers. And the best one far and away, in my opinion, is FreeUp for hiring freelancers. So I'll leave a link below if you guys want to get into that and try it out for yourselves. So number 1 is freelancers. Number 2 is having a platform where they can all work together, which again, as you've seen, ours is Trello. There are many project management platforms out there you can use, such as Asana or Jira, but I really like Trello because the format here just fits really nicely with a video production workflow. And I'll get into this just a little bit more here in a minute. But the third and final thing you need to make an automation system successful is the automation tools themselves. You need something flexible and highly customizable so that you can adapt it to your specific production needs. And for us, we use Zapier for this, as I mentioned, and it saves hours and hours of time, both for myself and for our team of freelancers. So it is well worth the price you pay. And there are different pricing tiers for different activity levels if you're having a small channel or whether you're using it for multiple channels and several videos a day like we do, and then you can scale it up based on your needs. And again, I will dive into our system here in just a moment. And again, I will dive into our systems in a little more detail here later in the video. But I want to start here with Trello because this really gives you the bird's eye view of our production and how we've managed to automate it, because Trello really organizes everything nicely for video production, as I mentioned. Now with Trello, there are a couple different formats you can use if you have different needs. They have timeline features, calendar features, so depending on how you like to lay out and monitor your work, maybe you find that one of these works better for you. But I really like just the standard version, mostly because it is free. You know, some of these are here, right here, they charge you a premium for them. But the standard list format, completely free, and you can have as many people working on this board as you want for free. So this is a really great way if you're starting on YouTube automation to start for free and get all your freelancers onboarded here and working without a cost to you. But as you'll see here, we have each step in production organized in a list on Trello. So that way, as projects move through here, we know where they are in production, how close they are to being finished. And it also lets us separate our freelancers into different list categories so we know who's working on what, and gives us a more organized way to connect things with Zapier and some of our other elements. I'll give you a quick walkthrough of our workflow here, and then I'm going to show you how we connect everything with Zapier and Google Sheets to document and track everything. So first we have scripting, which is pretty self-explanatory. I will put in a topic and some source materials to write about said topic, and our writers have access to the board, so once they see a topic available, they'll pop on here and they will start working on the script. And I've mentioned this before, but this is the only step where I really put in any time, and that is topic research. After that, because of Trello and our automated processes, it all happens automatically afterwards. Once that script is completed, they will attach it to the card, which you can do automatically right here in Trello. You can just drag and drop it onto the card, and they will submit it right here to scripts in QC, which is the next column. And at this point, one of our other writers will take a look at the script to make sure the grammar is good, plagiarism is good, and so on. And once that is done, if it passes the requirements, the script will move from QC over to the voiceover step. And this is where we have a Zapier plugin activate. because once the card moves over here, we automatically have a Dropbox file created behind the scenes. And then the script that was originally in Trello will get moved into that Dropbox folder. And then our voiceover artist can upload the VO to the Dropbox account. So that way now there's the voiceover and the script both in the Dropbox account, and it is also connected seamlessly to Trello. So you see here after the voiceover artist uploads the file and drags it over to available videos, is the next column, you'll see that they are attached all right here underneath the project. So then when our editors get involved, they can grab the script, they can grab the voiceover file, and they still have all the sources here if they need to go back and look for photos or look for spelling for graphics or anything like that, or even do further research. You know, everything they need is right here in Trello, combined with the Dropbox plugin. So it makes it just super easy to have all of the files accessible on the card as it moves through production. And again, this just makes it easier for everybody involved to access everything they need. Nobody is asking me, hey, can you send me that voiceover file? Can you find me the link for the original article? You know, there's an issue with the script. Can you find it for me? It's all right here. And if anyone needs anything at any point, they can just come down here to the comments and say, oh, hey, so-and-so, can you double check the script to make sure it's there? So again, just makes it run smooth all the way through without me needing to step in. And that's what this is all about. Giving the freelancers a platform and the tools they need to work together without me. And of course, then the videos are in the editing stage. The editors will download all the materials, put together the edit, and then again, upload the file to Dropbox. All of our editors are given access to our Dropbox account so they can upload files to the appropriate folder, at which point the card moves over once again to the quality check stage. In here we have another editor who just watches every video, looks for typos, looks for any mistakes in editing, or anything else we might not want to appear in the final edit. Once that is done, she simply checks off that the video is approved, and it moves over here to need thumbnail / upload. And at this point, our thumbnail creator goes in and makes sure that there is a thumbnail ready to launch the video with. And then we have one more team member who takes the video, uploads it to YouTube, takes the script, copies and pastes the description, the tags, adds the thumbnail, and all of that stuff. So by the time it gets here, he just puts it on YouTube for us, and then we can just go in and say, yes, this one is ready to go live. We'll schedule it for this time and post the video. So as you can see, that means it goes from scripting, where I put in a couple of topic ideas, all the way through the production process and even being uploaded on YouTube without us doing anything else. So that's what this system is all about. So Trello does do a lot of the hard work here, and that's why we love this platform so much. It's because our freelancers can get in here and work absolutely at no cost to us, besides paying our freelancers, of course. And the workflow works really seamlessly for everybody involved, keeps it organized. But again, as a business, we really want to keep track of everything, make sure everything runs smoothly, and we want to be able to go back and take another look at things if anything goes wrong, if anything goes missing, if someone doesn't get paid what they were supposed to get paid, or so on. You know, many things can happen. So for that's why we get Zapier involved. And again, this just really helps with things like our Dropbox plugin to keep things organized and making sure that no one is doing these tasks over and over and over again, that we can just automate and have run by itself. So outside of Zapier, there's really only two other parts that kind of connect to this, and that is our Dropbox account, as mentioned, and our Google Sheets, which I'll give you a quick look at here, which is where we track every single project we put in. So it tracks the date we started, the title, the channel it is created for, the date the script is submitted, the date the QC is completed, the date the VO gets submitted, the voiceover, and then when our editors pick up the video, so we know about how long they worked on the video, and then when the video passed through QC and when the thumbnail was created. So we have every single step of production here logged and organized, so we can go take a look back at anything that needs to be checked on. We also log our freelancers' names here, so I know who does what for each video. In case, again, we need to check something on that end. I have just hidden those columns for their privacy. But if we take a look here at our actual Zaps, where most of the legwork is done behind the scenes, it really just mimics the Trello workflow and the video production workflow. So we have them numbered here for each step of the process. So the first step, of course, is when I input a new script idea into Trello. And the workflow is pretty simple here. This just kind of puts everything in place for the future tracking and automating. So anytime I put a new card, Trello will automatically send something to Zapier, and Zapier records the date and time, and it creates the row in Google Spreadsheets. So when I add a card, for example, this Dennis the Menace card, as soon as I add it to Trello right here, Google Sheets picks it up. So it's automatically just copied over. It tells me the date I put it in, the title of the card, and the channel it's for. And now the title is super important because Zapier is going to use this information to find the card in Trello, to find the documents, to name things in the future. So it's a really important piece of information here that pops up quite a bit down the line. So some of these actions can get kind of tricky to really get them all working together. It does take a lot of trial and error to get everything working together properly, especially when you have different apps involved. You kind of need specific data points from each one in order to connect them all through. So again, it just took some experimenting, but luckily I've done all that hard work. So members, if you want to copy some of these exactly, the work is already done for you, but don't be afraid to problem solve and get in here and customize them a bit for yourself. The next one is just this label. This again, just to categorize the videos that we're making and producing. So whenever we add the label here, as you can see, we have Facts First on this one, and that just pops it over into Google Sheets. Again, just organizing the videos so we can keep track of which one goes on each channel. Moving on, the next step is the script submission. So when a scriptwriter attaches a script to their card and moves it over to Scripts in QC, that's going to trigger this action. So we have the trigger, which is the card being moved to the QC column. And again, it'll document the date and time that happened. So we know, okay, that's when our writer completed the script. So if they complete the script on the given cycle, we know to pay them based on the date that they moved the script over. And again, that is the next step, is just documenting who does the script and the date it was submitted. And that would be this box right here. The next step is our QC column, and that is when the script moves out of QC and into VO. And this is a really big one because this is when Dropbox gets involved and folders are created, attachments are being moved. So this is a really long zap, but it is very helpful for keeping things organized. And again, just making sure that no one has to do this manually. So when you see our script card here move out of QC and into the voiceover column, that's going to trigger this zap. So again, we're taking the date and time, we document it in the spreadsheet row, and that'll be script QC checked off right here. So that is this column when it is done. And then it creates a folder in Dropbox, and this is where the title comes in, because it pulls the title of that card and then makes a folder in Dropbox with that exact name. So we can always go into Dropbox and search by the video title and find those documents. Then it uploads the script file to Dropbox, so it's all there in one location. Then it creates the link for the folder in Dropbox and pastes that link onto the card. So as you can see here, the Dropbox folder is right here, accessible on Trello, which is huge. Otherwise, I'd have to go back in Dropbox, find the link, paste it on the card, and this just really takes care of it for me. So the voiceover is immediately able to be uploaded in that folder that's already ready. And I think that is about it for this step. Next is step 4, voiceover is completed. And this is pretty simple. It's, again, just now the card moving over from the voiceover list over to available videos, where our editors will be able to pick it up as they're ready. So again, the trigger is just the card being moved from voiceover over to available videos. We take the date and time, so we know our voiceover completed that upload on that date. So we know, again, when to pay and to ensure things get done. And then, yep, it just uploads that in Google Sheets right here on the next column. We also have a small due date function going on here, and this is just so our editors stay on top of videos. We don't want them sitting on a video for weeks if we need to get it done. And this is just, as soon as it is moved to this available video column, it will pop on a due date of 1 week from today. So our editors know when it hits that, they need to have that video completed within a week in order to stay on track. That's just something to help everyone monitor how fast the videos are moving and to make sure things get completed as they should. Next is edit pickup. So this is going to be when the edit is sitting in available videos and the editors take that project to start working on it. So what they'll do is they attach themselves to the card. So you'll see you can change members. And I could go ahead and put myself on there, and that's what the editors do. They tag themselves on the card. It lets Trello and Zapier know who is on the card. So when they drag it from videos available to videos in edit, we know that editor has begun working on the video. And that's all this is going to be. They move the card over, and it grabs that data of who it is and when they picked it up, and we get that information right here. And because this is really important, because we charge our editors, or we pay our editors on an hourly basis, so we want to make sure they have the videos for a reasonable amount of time. If we see editors charging way more hours than it should take for a video, we go back and double check, make sure there isn't an error, make sure they're using the appropriate amount of time for a video. So that is kind of this step, and the next step is the submission. So they'll pick it up, and that's when it takes the pickup time. But then when they submit it, it kind of does, the other side of things. It's when the card moves over from edit to quality check, it goes, okay, this editor just submitted it, let's take the date and time and put that in Google Sheets, which is the next step. We also have another quick function here that updates the due date when it's added to QC. So it just bumps back that due date one day and gives our quality check team member another day beyond the due date to check the video before it gets uploaded. Again, just making sure that each step, the video doesn't linger too long in any one stage. This next step is a nice touch. It's after QC is complete and it is ready to be uploaded and get the thumbnail. All our team member has to do here is edit the label and go down to hit QC complete, which just means the video is done. And once that happens, the card is automatically moved to that thumbnail column. And again, it is updated into Google Sheets with the date and time. So we get the QC complete on this date. And so at this point, you can see the entire production process, how long it took from ideation right here to script submission to VO submission, to quality check, to VO submission, and then to edit and QC. So you can really get a great overview of who was involved, how long it took, and kind of where it sat during the production process, which, especially when there's multiple channels involved, is really important to just keep an eye on all that information. We also have a Zapier for when the thumbnail is added, and because our thumbnail creator kind of works at a different pace, sometimes she'll work on the videos that are ready, but when those are all full, she'll move down to earlier videos and start adding thumbnails ahead of time. So we have a separate column here for thumbnail, just to kind of keep an eye on how many thumbnails she's created, and again, making sure everyone is paid appropriately for the work. So that is just another automated thing we got just to collect some more data. And then the final step here is archiving the card. So after our kind of content manager takes the video file, the thumbnail, the script documents, etc., and uploads them to YouTube, the card can be gotten rid of because we're no longer working on it. So there's an archive option down here at the bottom, which will kind of does what it says. It archives the card, it takes it off the board. And the good thing is you can always find those old projects in the search bar. So even after it's archived, you can go back and look at all the cards, and the files are all still attached. So I can still go back and pull the thumbnail. The Dropbox file is still there. Even the attached final edit of the video is still there. So if something happens on YouTube where we have to go back and change the video, maybe the video had some serious issues and we have to go all the way back to the editing stage and start from scratch, they still have the script and the voiceover here, so we don't have to really pay everyone to do it again. You just have it's kind of like a checkpoint essentially for along the way. So the archive is just a really nice function to keep the board clean, but still you're never going to lose any files here, which is another reason we love Trello and this Dropbox integration that we've set up. But in addition to this, when we archive the project on Trello, it also moves the folder in Dropbox to a completed folder because we have a kind of limited storage section on our active projects, and it just helps, again, keep everything organized. We have kind of that archive of old completed videos in Dropbox, but we also have the active folder on Dropbox. So our editors know where to go for things when they need them, especially for these active edits. So it's not going to be just a huge collection of old stuff in the completed folder, but it is still there if we need to tap into it at any point. And that's about it. We have a couple more zaps set up here. Basically, one for everyone when we launch a YouTube video, it automatically tweets about it and pushes it out on Twitter, and another one that takes that YouTube video and converts it and uploads it to Facebook as well, just to get some Facebook content going. So there's really no limit to what you can do with Zapier because it has so many integrations across the apps. But again, if you're interested in getting access to these exact Zaps so that you don't have to go through the painstaking process of figuring them out for yourself, I am able to share these exact formulas essentially. So I'm going to copy and paste all of these links and put them in a document for our members. So again, if you go to our membership tab, you see how we just added our scripting guidelines on the last video. I'm going to add these Zapier processes on another document and give you guys access to that in the members tab. So if you want access, consider joining, and definitely leave us a comment below if there's any more questions you guys have about the automation systems or anything else we do to keep FactsVerse up and running and making some serious money. So thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you next time.